Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. You're welcome to the Discovery Show TDS TV here on Facebook and on YouTube. My name is Precious. Today is a special edition of this program, and basically, it is a bit different from what you've been doing in previous weeks. In previous weeks, we actually profile the life of one person, but today we are delving into a particular subject. That is nursing and midwifery registration and practice in the UK, US, and Germany. And we are looking at the perspective of 3 different professionals in these countries. I'm privileged to be joined this evening by Mrs. Princella Owusu, who is a midwife in Germany, and Mr. Isaac Banfo, who is a registered nurse in the United States of America, and then Yearn who is a diabetes clinical nurse specialist here in the UK. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. I'm so happy to have all of you here. I mean, it's a rare privilege to have, old faces here on this platform, and not just anyone at all, but very good people. And I will also want to say we really appreciate you. I know Princella is really operating a very, very, very strict timeline because she's going to work from here, but she has been very magnanimous to accept to sit with us. I know Mr. Banfo has also been from work and very tired. And viewers, you know that our third guest who has been advertised for the past 1 week is not here with us because something came up and she had to drop off due to circumstances beyond her control. But just within 30 minutes to 1 hour, Yearn Fosuhima Bossman agreed to sit with us. So Yearn, thank you very much. Abanfo, thank you very much. And Princella, thank you very much for sitting with us. So without wasting much time, we will start with you, Princella. You are first on my screen. Let's talk about, you are a midwife. What is the process of registration like in your country, Germany?
Yeah, so Precious. Thanks for having me, actually. The process is quite long, I would say, but it's doable and you will get through if you start. So actually, the first thing you will need, if you are living here already, is to have a legal document, of course. And you will need a language because the Germans speak Deutsch, they don't speak English. So you have to first learn the language. So they have the language, let me say, different levels. So we have to get a minimum of B2, they say it, and a maximum of C1, which is C1 of Deutsch, genau. And yeah, if you get that, you have to get that before you start the process, actually, because without the language, you can't communicate with your client or your patient. So the language is the most important thing you have to get. And you actually also have to get all your certificates from your previous school, if you're in Ghana or from Kenya or wherever you are, your degree, like diploma, degree, your secondary school certificates, you have to get all of them and you have to translate them also into the German language. I hope you understand. And you also have to get your transcript, which is very important. Most people forget to request for their transcript, and along the line, it makes the process very long. You have to get your transcript as well and get also your CV. But the CV format should be of the Germans. It shouldn't be of the other, the British or other country of the German. So you have to prepare your CV in the German format. And also you have to get a document to show the number of hours and the number of hours of theory and practicals you did. So for example, if you have a copy of your green book from Ghana, you can present that one. If not, you have to contact the department, your head of department from your nursing school or wherever you went to school, for them to get you that document to state the detail of the number of hours you did for theory and for practicals as well. And you need also, after getting all these documents, you have to register with an office they call Gesundheitsamt or Anerkennungsbehörde. I would say in Ghana, you say NMC. that they are going to prove, or they are going to look through all your documents and check if everything is authentic, contact whoever they want to contact, and then they will give you the go ahead, or they will say, we've accepted your document. So they will give you something they call the deficit shine. That means you've done your school, or you've trained outside Germany, but you need like some kind of training, like the adaptation course. And they will give you the go ahead to go and do that. And the thing is, like, for midwives, you have two options. It's either you just do clinical practice for a year, or you do something they call Anpassungslehrgang. That is it's like going to schools, if I should say that, because you do some kind of theory. It's like you're in nursing school, you go to class, and then you break, you go for clinicals, and then you come back. That's how it is, and you have the option to choose which way you want to go. And if you choose one, you are not allowed to change and come back to the other. I think basically that's it. And when you are done with the training, you have to do an exam, of course, like the licensing exam, but it's just orals. But if you went to school, actually you do for the school, and then you do for the main licensing exam, it's just oral exam, and then you are done. So it's just that simple.
Thank you very much, Princella. I'm sure quite a number of people will not agree that it's quite simple.
Yeah, I know. It takes really, it takes a long time. And with the Anpassungslehrgang, the one you go to class and also clinicals, some takes a year, some takes 1 year, 7 months. I did 1 year, 7 months. And the language alone also takes time, because I also did 1 year, 6 months for the language alone. So it's actually a long, it's a long way. And one thing I have to also say is that there are no agencies. I've made up some calls to various agencies here in Germany that recruits midwives or nurses from Ghana. It's very important people know that, because Ghana is on the list of countries facing human resource crisis for health, human resources for health crisis, by the WHO. That's why the German agencies don't recruit nurses and midwives from Ghana. But some agencies, you can, if you are lucky, you can get an agency who would say, okay, I will guide you through the process, but it will be that looks like you are doing it yourself, but they are just behind it. So people should be very careful whom they pay money to be recruited from Ghana to come to Germany to practice.
Great. Thank you very much, Princella. Do you think the practice of midwifery in Germany, it's worth it? What you've experienced? And then if you can also delve a bit more into the step-by-step process, if you can explore it a bit more. I know you've already said that, but if you want to recap it so that you can clarify, because I'm receiving some messages, some people want a bit of clarification on that. So thank you. Go for it.
Okay, thank you, Precious. I always, when I talk to my friends in Ghana, I always tell them, I just love midwifery. I just love midwifery because the practice here is very nice, and everything is there in terms of the technique and everything. It makes the work quite easier, but it's very, very stressful as well, because in Ghana, way back in Ghana, the delivery wards are it's just a room with a lot of beds, and the women are there. But here, one woman is to one delivery ward or labor room, if I should say that. And the partner is allowed to be there, and you get time to really take care of the woman. It's not like you just leave the woman lying down and she just going through pains. You get the time to talk to the woman, try different positions with the woman, give her all the love and care you can, but quite as of my experience in Ghana wasn't like that. Because in Ghana, we actually, when I was practicing, we mostly leave the woman there, and then they just do whatever they want to do. And when the baby's coming, we just go. But here you have to be with the woman, you have to hold the hand, everything you have to do for the woman to feel well, feel at ease, concentrate on the contractions, and everything is there. I mean, you have to do it. And the most important thing, or what I really, really love about it, is the emergencies cases. Because when you have an emergency within a twinkling of an eye, baby is there, mother is doing okay, and everything is cool, like nothing just happened. But in Ghana, even when you have to do emergency cesarean session, you have to wait for like 30 minutes, for an hour before the doctor will come, or whoever is supposed to come. And it breaks my heart, actually, but I'm happy I'm experiencing this thing in this part of the world. And yeah, I think with the techniques as well, with how you monitor the heartbeat of the baby, is sometimes stressful, but it gives you the chance to intervene very fast, and you know what you're doing. Yeah. And about the process, I think, I don't know, you have to first learn the language.
Fantastic. So basically, I think that's what you are doing. So maybe one, you do this, you are in Ghana,
okay.
midwife.
Okay.
How do you go about it? Yeah, go on.
Okay, so one, you have to learn the language. You have to start from A1 till B2. And with the B2 is the minimum. It's the minimum. You can do more, you can go higher, like C1 or C2, but B2 is the minimum. And
so
then you have to,
just to clarify, do you have to learn the language, write and pass in Ghana before you start your process, or you need to get to Germany before you start writing?
well, you can actually start learning the language in Ghana before you come here. I think it will really help and speed up the process. And no employer will want to recruit you, and then you have to come and spend a whole year or half to just learn the language. So it's better you learn it in Ghana, wherever you are, before you come. It will be a plus for you. Yeah, although when you come, you have some German lessons as well alongside, but at least you have the basic and you can communicate with your clients. Yeah. And number two is you have to get all the documents I mentioned, your school certificate, secondary school certificate, transcript, everything translated into the German language for them to be able to read or know what is on your paper. Yeah, and then so the third would be to register with the Anerkennungsbehörde, or the recognition, if I translate it into English, the recognition office, or the recognition office, for them to go through your documents, your papers, to see if everything is authentic, if everything is okay. Then when they give you the go ahead, then you can start searching for a hospital or school where you do your clinicals or theory, and clinicals both, and then you start the process. So basically that's all. When you are done with your year or a year and a half course, then you write your oral exams, and if you pass, then you start working. And you don't have to do any compulsory national service, you just start working right away.
On a second thought, it looks quite simple, as you said earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, it's not simple, because even with the recognition office, it takes like 3 to 6 months before they go through your process, your paperwork. So everything it takes time. Let me say that it takes time, really.
All right. Thank you very much, Princella. And we acknowledge that you need to also leave. So viewers, if you have any question for Princella, I will encourage you to drop it right away so that you will do well to ask her before she leaves. But on that note, except you have any final words for us, Princella, or if you have anything you have to add, I'm very conscious you need to leave. You can say that and then we can thank you. And then, yeah.
Yeah, what I would like to say is, if you are interested in working or practicing your nursing or midwifery in Germany, you shouldn't give up because of the language, number one, and because of the process. Maybe in other countries, the process is very short, but here it's very long. It takes years before you can practice. And don't be deceived if anyone tells you you come straight away working as a nurse or midwife. It's a lie. You have to first work as a health assistant or nurse assistant or midwife assistant for a very long time, at least a year before you can get your license to practice as a midwife. And no matter what you put your mind to, I always say that you can achieve it. So you shouldn't give up. If and only if you want it, just go for it, and you can do it as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Princella. Can I just ask, is the process the same for nursing registration?
Yeah, it's the same, but the only difference is the duration for the nurses is very short. It's just like 6 months. But for the midwives, it's very long. Reason, I don't know, maybe because it's a specialty, maybe, yeah. But for the nurses, it's very short. Yeah, 6 months, then you are done.
Amazing. Some few questions for you before you go. Someone asked, do you know of any recognized institution we can learn the language from and take the test in Ghana? Do you know of any? in Ghana, it's Goethe Institute. I think I know one is in Accra and one is in Kumasi. Or in Kumasi to Institute of Ghana, something language. I don't know. I've forgotten the name. Language school or something like that. Yeah, I think you can learn the language. And I actually learned the language as of the basis from Ghana before I moved here, and I did that with a private teacher. Okay. So if anybody wants the number, they can contact you, and then I'll give it to you. I'll give it out then, because I can't share it on Facebook Live. Yeah. Amazing, amazing. So viewers, if you have any question regarding nursing and midwifery registration process in Germany, just let me know. I will ask her later, and then we will get it to you, either on our page or to you as a person. And someone want to know if you have any school that offers masters in nursing in English in Germany you want to recommend. I know that is away from practice, but offhand, do you know anything like that? No. And even for midwifery, they only have one school that offers masters in midwifery in English. And that school is also, it will close down next year, meaning after this year, there wouldn't be any school that offers masters in midwifery in English. In Germany? If you want to do your masters in nursing or midwifery in English, you have to go to the UK. Okay, all right. Or you have to learn the language and do it in Dutch, yeah. Thank you very much, Princella. Your own mate, Isaac Emmanuel Dixon, he says it's Ghana Institute of Languages. We have one in Kumasi, and it's opposite Polytechnic Fantini Town in Kumasi. So, yeah, so thank you very much, Dixon. I'm sure those who are on Facebook can see that on there. Princella, we really, really appreciate your time. We wish you could stay on a bit more, but we are very conscious of the fact that you need to be at work. So thank you so much. God richly bless you. Yeah. We'll definitely sit with you again. Definitely. Thanks for having me, and have a nice time. Thank you very much, Princella. Thank you.